And blessings to you. Good morning. So, I'm going to be transparent and share with you my thoughts. I'm calling it Diary of a Multi-Passionate, Multi-Creative. There, I'm just going to let it flow. And you're going to watch me create. So, multi-creative, multi-passionate, multitasking, but you're going to get the gist. And this is for those who are multi-passionate, multi-creatives, or you are one who is in proximity of people like us. I hope you enjoy this diary sharing. All right, so I have it on. Yeah. So multi-passionate, multi-creatives, you've been told that you're doing too much, or if people observe you and they make judgment and feel like you're not focused, here's the deal: you're fine. If you recognize that your creativity, your expression, your interests, you discover that you're a sapiosexual. A sapiosexual who's someone that's attracted to intelligence. You are an explorer, a researcher. You enjoy nature. You enjoy water. You enjoy music. You may have not done so many of these things when you were younger, but things didn't really start to activate or reactivate for me until I was in my mid 40s, where I quit my corporate job and moved into the holistic arena. I have 24 years in corporate America, and then I went into the massage and healing arena, which was just a step into an expanded way of being as a healer. And I'm a creative as far as art is concerned. I'm a creative as far as hair is concerned. I do have a salon. I've traveled, and I intend to travel more with my ministry, if you will. Sound healing, singing bowls, didgeridoo, Native American flute. I have some harps, angel harps that I play. I have instruments I bought that I haven't figured out how to play yet. I'm committing to focus on completion. And so I'm looking for someone to teach me a Native American flute. And I'm a person that really does well in person. I know there's a lot of things online that you can learn. I taught myself many things, but with that, I want to sit with a master, preferably of the Native American persuasion, because of the flute work that's the origin, but I feel so called to know how to play the flute. I'm taking drawing classes right now to learn how to create portraits, because I receive an impressive thought that nudges me into exploring, and that's how it has been most of my life. The careers that I've been drawn to and manifest by listening to the divine creative source. If people tell you you're too busy, why are you doing so many things, and you know you get joy from it, when you're in the creative mode, you're activating different levels of your brainwave and releasing endorphins, which is healthy for your body, mind, and spirit. Keep being you. You'll attract like-minded, just like you saw this video. This video isn't for just everyone or just anyone. You may be triggered by people saying, or you find out later on that they've been speaking about you. You also recognize that you're empathic, literally, where you can hear other people's thoughts. I had something occur the other day. Where there were plans put in place, and then you had a thought that plan's going to change a little bit. We're going to hear from someone, and the actual day I did hear, and it came out that something needed to change, and it really is all good, because anything that I do and am involved in, I'd like it to be where everything that I do and I'm involved in with others, that we're on the same page of how it feels to be engaged in activity together. So it really worked out. But yeah, getting that comment about you're doing too much. No, stay authentic, get quiet, sit in that heart chamber. I'm telling you. Use your spiritual listening tools. Stay true to yourself. And in so many ways, you will recognize that you have beautiful, divine support. I've been introduced to a part of my life that I didn't know existed, and it's so powerful and profound that there were some shifts and changes that I felt I need to make to empty my cup. That's it, because that stream of thought came to me the other night, and I was having this conversation with the divine, and I heard, empty your cup. This one vessel, empty your cup. It makes me think about where I am placing my energy on social media, so I'm going to be emptying my cup. I'm going to be deleting. I'm going to be letting go, purging. I'm going to be reducing the amount of time on these social platforms. But when I do share, like I am now, whenever this is posted, it'll be divine time. I have a salon. I work on the crowns of beautiful melanin women. And I work on a specialty within a specialty. I've been led to also spend more time in researching my family's history, or my blood, researching my blood, understanding the combination of who I am as I am my ancestors. I got to the opportunity through a series of divine synchronicities to walk upon the land of only one part of my bloodline. And it was so rich, and it's so powerful, and so unbelievable, and so real. Not just my experience, but just being a part of this beautiful culture as an African American woman. I've also done my DNA and understand the part of the world that my blood leads to. I don't want to waste time. I'm choosing to be more intentional. I am confident in who I am, what I'm made of, and I activate all that I've been guided to do and have been. Now just fine-tuning it so that I can just continue to have these beautiful experiences. And all the ups and downs that go with sharpening myself as an instrument, as an example. I heard the other day, lead by example. I have a heart for the idea of living an awakened life, enjoying every breath, and being okay with discovering more, not winding down as the third dimensional expectation is as you get older, and according to the Gregorian birth date. But I feel more vibrant. I'm recognizing I don't have to do more. I can practice being. So I'm speaking to you, others that are multi-creatives. And creativity is your healing space. You can breathe. When you're not creating, you're not breathing. Yeah, I'm talking to you. When you're not creating, you're not breathing. I'm going to talk a little bit more another time. There's going to be a part 2 because I wrote down some things in this contemplation. It's very important that I share it. I'm trying to think so I don't lose momentum. What I wrote down, I think I put it on my notepad. I'll get it typed up. And then I think I'll figure a way for it to come on the screen, and then I can speak to it so you'll see what I'm saying. I believe it's a needed transmission for many of you. You're going to resonate with it 1,000%. Those who will find this video. Time is speeding up. I always sense and see the world as a big hamster wheel. And our lives are hamster wheels within it. But you can choose to walk and be in the spirit, even in this idea of the hamster wheel. You don't actually be in the wheel. You can recognize it as a wheel, and you don't have to be in it. So peace until the next video. So I decided to experiment with ChatGPT. Let's see how this goes. I feel some kind of way when people say that I do too much. I am multi-creative, multi-passionate. What is that feeling I have? It's almost like I can telepathically hear people's thoughts around either people are jealous or intimidated, or is that my ego overreacting? That feeling you're describing could stem from several possible factors. 1. Projection of others' insecurities. Being multi-creative and multi-passionate can trigger feelings of envy or intimidation in others, especially if they see you doing things they wish they could do. This can sometimes lead to subtle criticism or passive comments, and if you're highly intuitive, you may pick up on these underlying emotions. The sense of telepathically hearing others' thoughts could actually be your heightened sensitivity to these subtle signals, which is common in people who are empathetic or spiritually attuned. Another possibility, internalized judgment. Often, we internalize societal expectations about success and creativity. Society sometimes values specialization over versatility, so you may feel pressure to tone it down or focus on one path. This can lead to an internal conflict where part of you wonders if you're doing too much, but another part strongly resists that limitation because your true self thrives on diverse expressions. Self-doubt and ego. Sometimes our ego creates a narrative to protect us from feeling vulnerable. If people make comments that feel dismissive, your ego might interpret this as jealousy or intimidation. to safeguard your self-worth. But if you sense an emotional reaction, ask yourself, does this touch on any of my own insecurities? Our ego sometimes uses others' judgments as a mirror to highlight areas where we might feel uncertain about ourselves. Intuition or projection. The distinction between intuition and projection can be tricky. When grounded, intuition feels clear, calm, and most factual. Projection, however, often feels emotionally charged. If thoughts about others being jealous feel stressful or reoccurring, it might be projection from inner doubts. However, if the insight feels neutral, it's likely intuitive. Embracing your passionate or your multi-passionate nature is a journey of self-acceptance. Lean into what makes you unique and trust that your purpose is personal. The right people will appreciate your expansive nature, and over time, those voices that say you're doing too much will hold less weight.